Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Real Estate Edge with Jimmy Singh. In today's video, I like to discuss where our real estate housing market is heading, especially in the summer months of 2024, and what are the recent stats put forward by our real estate boards across South Western Ontario, and where are the opportunities and challenges in current marketplace. So if you are a home buyer, seller or investor, watch my video till the end. I will leave some tips and pointers for you to navigate this volatile market. So I was going through the stats for the last month of June for different markets where we sell real estate, especially Greater Toronto Area, Golden Horseshoe, Hamilton, Niagara Falls, Kitchener-Waterloo, London, St.Thomas and Windsor markets. So sales remain below 10-year average and the rates are high, and higher cost of living are impacted our real estate market. So in Windsor market, the sales were down 17.39% as compared to June of 2023. Kitchener-Waterloo sales are down 24%. Niagara Falls sales are down 26%. Hamilton, Burlington 23%. Greater Toronto Area 16%. And Hamilton, London St. Thomas board says inventory right now is building up to 3.4 months supply. So last month in June in our London St. Thomas market, we have in total 678 sales. If I compare for June 2023, the sales were 745. If I go back to the peak of the market, June 2021, we were having 1194 sales. So despite the recent rate cut announced by Bank of Canada in June, mortgage rates in my opinion are still very high, and which is putting a lot of first time buyers on the sideline, because when the inventory is rising, the buyers don't feel any urgency to transact right now. Another thing I like to highlight is there is consensus among lot of very smart economists. They believe right now by the end of 2024 we will have 2 rate cuts, and then we will have very aggressive rate cuts in the first half of 2025. So yes, we are in a tricky situation right now where the payments are rising. Lot of people can't qualify to get into the housing for the type of house they're looking. But I see in next 6 to 8 months situations will change. So despite temporary dip in the sales in different markets due to high rates, I expect a strong population which will drive our housing ownership and rental market for the next couple of years. Second thing is rate cuts. So let's talk about rate cuts. Everybody want rate cuts. So right now I was checking in the morning, 3-year fixed rate, best rate in Canada was posted 5.09, and 3-year variable was posted 6.06. So roughly there's like 100 basis point difference. So if the Bank of Canada cut the rate, it impacts your variable mortgages. But interestingly, in last 6 to 8 months, most of our clients, the buyers or the sellers who did upgrade to a bigger property, they were going for fixed rates, not the variable. So all the people are talking about rate cuts. Rate cuts only impact variable mortgages. So right now the differential between 3-year fixed and 3-year variable is 100 basis point, meaning we need 4 more rate cuts for variable and fixed to be at the same price. So Now let's talk about investor component, because last few years our real estate boom in GTA, especially condo market, pre-construction was driven by investors. So right now a lot of investors are in dilemma, especially the ones who bought at the peak of the market 2021, 2022, and some investors who bought pre-construction at crazy per square feet cost in around GTA. Even prior to 2020, they don't see much appreciation in their pre-construction homes. And now with the mortgage renewal coming up, they are in a very sad situation, very tough situation. And I get calls every week, 2 or 3 investors calling me, and they want to go ahead and sell their property because they are losing hundreds and thousands of dollars every month in their cash flow. So I was talking to one investor on the phone in the morning. He said his condo is fetching him only $2,600 per month, whereby his carrying cost is $4,800. So he's bleeding money, and he's smart, he's proactive, he wants to sell and move on and put his money to use somewhere else. And then there are some people who are in negative equity or trapped equity, who bought on top of the market. Unfortunately, some people have to take losses if they can't carry their property for next 12 to 24 months. And some people just want to sell because now cost of carrying home is very expensive. So they just want to sell it, rent for a year or two and see the market and then jump back. So this is what I hear in the marketplace. There was an interesting news I was going through yesterday. Angus Reid Institute, they conducted a survey all over Canada, and they found out 40% immigrants who came to Canada in last 10 years, they may leave Canada because of the high housing cost of living. And 15% want to leave the big provinces, BC and Ontario, and want to move to cheaper, expensive, with the housing cost or the rent cost are reasonable to their budget. So we are in a very bad situation. It is to do with the bad policies our government policy makers implemented. Especially I talk a lot in my old videos in pandemic that they shouldn't cut down rate to rock bottom. It just brought a lot of speculators, and some of these speculators now are feeling pain. And then if they want to leave property vacant, especially in Toronto, Vancouver, Ottawa, now they're getting vacant house tax because the vacancies are so low. Government want to unlock these properties to house and shelter people. And recently there was a news, Windsor is implementing 3% vacant house tax on the assessed value. And we all know Toronto already is doing 1% vacant house tax on the assessed value. So again, it is just some of the investors, new investors, I can say speculators, are now beat up. You know what I mean? Then there's capital gains, which came, government put in place June 25th. So there's capital gain, vacant tax again. So here is the thing, guys. Wherever there's greed, euphoria and excitement, which is exuberance, is like crazy FOMO, then you get yourself in trouble. If you watch all my videos in my channel, I always say, if you look 30 years, 35-year history of our housing market in South, Western Ontario, Greater Toronto area, appreciation is 5 to 6%. So if I put my money and bought a rental property, realistically, I should expect it to double in next 20 years. But some people see crazy gains in last 6-7 years, and they feel, they can just put all their money and, there's nothing to do in Canada except just flip properties and double their money every 5-6 years. So that is done. I don't see, the properties doubling every 5-7 years for now. But yes, if you're a long-term smart investor and you know how to leverage properly, you can expect good capital gains holding property for 15-20 years, which I always promote in my channel. And now another interesting fact, especially if you're a buyer, I caution you, please don't watch all the doom and gloom videos on social media, because there's a lot of people, they are putting bad content which is hurting a lot of people. Especially some people I see, they put rates gonna go even higher than that, market is gonna crash 15%, 50%. I ask these people question, if you are a homeowner or a real estate investor, why would you want rates to go up? So their agenda is only to get the eyeballs for their channels, to get the likes or subscription, to make money out of Facebook. And I got your point. Sometimes people call me and try to reason with me that I'm a real estate agent, I want to pump real estate. Listen, I've been selling real estate for 19 years. I sit with my clients, try to understand their financial situation, and based on that, I give them the advice. I don't try to pre-sell everybody pre-construction condos. Neither I try to push them, to buy anything if I feel they can get in trouble in next year or two. So that is again, just like five fingers, everybody is different and they conduct their business differently. And let's talk about sellers, because we list and sell a lot of properties all across Southwestern Ontario. Our team, we sell in Kitchener, Toronto, Hamilton, Niagara Falls, Chatham, London, St.Thomas, and then Windsor. One thing I want to talk to seller is about pricing their house correctly. So if you are in a market and want to sell your house, you have to price right on the day one. The issue I see with lot of agent these days is they price and evaluate properties based on active listings in their marketplace. For example, if they want to list a house in a neighborhood where there's already 6-7 houses overpriced listed and not selling for 30 days, 50 days, they see those values and they advise their clients, let's see at these properties and just tinker with price a little bit, and there's, let's put on the market in the same range. So we have 8 overpriced properties. Now you list 9th overpriced property. So it's going to hurt you guys, because if you're a seller and honest agents tell you that your house is worth 700,000, and now you look at those active listings which are already overpriced, listed at 750 or 8. If you price 750, it's going to sit on the market for a long time. It's going to keep sitting. Nobody's going to bite it. And down the line, after like 3-4 weeks, you're going to reduce to 25,000. Nothing happened. Then you're going to wait a couple of more weeks, reduce another 25,000, coming back to what was the original value to begin with. And then you will see some action, people start coming, because now you price close to market value, but you will fetch less money because then people want to negotiate, as it is a buyer's market. It is not a seller's market. You will end up getting 680, 690, something like that. So it will hurt you guys if you price incorrectly. So work with agents who have the conscience and will tell you truth on your face, just like any knowledgeable professional doctor, whether you like the news or not. So price it correctly and the house will sell. We are still selling houses. Just you have to focus what the fair market value is, what is the supply demand competition. Even I see in many cities where we sell pre-construction, builders are also throwing in a lot of incentives and pricing correctly to compete with the resale market, which is a bigger market. So all in all, guys, despite all the low sales data which is coming up, and a lot of media is going to pick up those data and say, hey, houses are down 20%, 25%. Houses are not down, sales are down. So just try to go to different board website to get the correct data and stay away from fear mongers. So I believe that despite temporary sales dip, which is, right now seasonal. July, mostly schools closed, family mostly travel, spend time with kids. So this is a season. Like July, and August is kind of, slower market to begin with. So though the sales are low because of the higher rates, but I expect moving forward with our strong population growth and inbuilt demand, we will, for the home ownership and rental, we will have very strong next year and later fall of this year. Another, the thing which is dragging our sales is the people in the property ladder. So let's say somebody owns a condo in downtown Toronto, 1-bedroom condo, and he want to buy either 2-bedroom or a townhouse, for example, in Mississauga, Kitchener-Waterloo, or maybe in London. If his condo is not selling, he can't move to the next house. Same the person whose townhouse is not selling, he can't climb the property ladder, buy a bigger detached. Same with the people who have a big detached, they want to downsize to a bungalow, and if they feel their house is worth 1.8 million and now it's only worth 1.5, they are not selling, or maybe they're priced incorrectly, so they can't move to the bungalow. So it is just a chain reaction. We are all kind of in the same boat. But all in all, guys, if you are in a market, and want your home get sold and want a free evaluation, give me a call at 647-961-2639. You can call our team, my office, at 519-933-2559, or you can visit my website www.supermax.realty.ca. or if you're in a market to buy your first house, please give me a call. So if you're a first time subscriber to my channel, please click the subscribe button. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, or if you feel the market is going certain way, or you have some opinion about house pricing or crash or rates, kindly leave your comment. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.